Nevada has some new state laws going into effect for 2024.
Now, some of those laws have to do with how the state runs our elections. Faith Justice has been digging into this story for us. She joins us now live here in the studio. Faith, will voters notice a difference at the polls this election cycle?
Kristen, some will. The state is trying to expand voting access for our indigenous populations and people who are in jail during the election. Tribal members can now use the same electronic systems that military, overseas, and disabled voters have access to. Now, the state does already have laws in place for tribes to request their own polling locations, but on top of that, city and county clerks are now required to meet with Indian tribes in their area ahead of the election to essentially talk logistics. Now, as for voters who find themselves sitting in jail during the election, the state is requiring jail administrators to have a plan for detainees to register to vote and cast a ballot with relative privacy. Along with that, the way we administer our elections across the state of Nevada is seeing some subtle changes. Now, the Secretary of State will try to iron out kinks in the mail ballot process to make it more uniform across the counties. And lawmakers have eliminated a requirement for county clerks to do a risk-limiting audit prior to certifying the election results. They've also set a series of deadlines that presidential candidates must comply with if they want to demand a recount. Nevada lawmakers are also thinking ahead, preparing for the first voter to potentially cast a ballot from outer space. Yeah, that's right. New laws have changed the uniformed service voter definition to include members of the U.S. Space Force. So they have the same write-in, postcard, and electronic voting access as all of our service members. And if you missed our earlier coverage of Nevada laws related to other topics like healthcare and marijuana, you can find the new state laws story on our website at 2news.com. Covering the story live, Faith Justice, 2 News.